Latex requires a few different tools and materials than traditional fabric garment making does. A little jar. These are, as I have learned, 42 milliliter size. This one used to be tomato ketchup. It is absolutely fine if you have found these or kept these when the last time you went to a hotel, or if you see them around. Jam, honey, all kinds of things come in these little jars, and these are perfect. I put the glue from whatever container it is in into these jars and use this while I'm making. It's just easily accessible. I don't have to expose all the glue to the air. As a solvent-based glue, the solvent will evaporate as I'm working with it and as it's exposed to the air. So using these little jars means that I can easily pop the lid back on. I'm only dealing with a small quantity, and it just makes life a lot easier. Cotton balls. Cotton wool in ball form is what I recommend. I use this with the solvent cleaner to clean the latex before I apply glue. You can buy cotton wool in different formats. I prefer the ball because it's actually, depending on when you can find it, yeah, there we go, it's actually a long strip. So the ball is just a rolled up strip, which I find very helpful. So as I'm working, I can unroll one bit and roll up. So, just one moment. So I start like this, use it, and then I just unroll one layer and tuck the next layer back, and I've got it cleaned. And then I end up re-rolling and unrolling as I go, so I've always got a clean bit. I like this because I feel like I'm reducing waste, I'm using the most out of the material. When I started, I was using little bits of fabric, like little offcuts and little squares, but the problem is there's talc on the latex sheeting that needs to be removed so that we can apply the glue and get a strong bond. If what you're using to clean the talc off already has talc on it, it's not going to be clean, it's not going to be easy. So this is the most effective way that I've found, which requires getting the cotton balls. In the UK, I have found the Tesco cotton balls to be the best. I don't know why. I haven't worked with latex since I've lived in America, so I hope the cotton balls in America do this too. This is my all-time favorite tool. It's probably dorky to have a favorite tool, but I have a favorite tool. This is the clear ruler, and the very special thing about this clear ruler, you can't quite see, it has a metal edge. So it's plastic and I can see through it. I can see my edge of latex if I'm cutting strips. It's also got a grid, so I can then measure if I want to add or subtract seam allowance. It's very easy. It's similar to French curves, which is another garment making piece, which if you have it, great, but not necessary. Yes, the brand name that I have is a Chartmate, and it's got a centimeter grid, a half centimeter grid even, everywhere, which I find helpful. I don't know if Chartmate do inches. It doesn't have to be Chartmate, that's just to tell you if that's helpful. Clear ruler with the metal cutting guard. Golden. Absolutely golden.